Hello everybody, welcome to the preview for the Morg Cup playoffs. As you can see, we've got this down to the final 16, and there is the draw laid out in front of you. In the booth to talk with me about it and take you through the various teams, it's Dimmy G, the champ himself. Hello Dimmy.
Hello everybody, good evening, good morning, good afternoon.
Yep. So, should we just go through the matchups and then the teams in order? I guess from the top left, right? Arcane is the top seed because he finished first. So they're seeded according to how they finished in the Swiss. So Arcane won every game. The only person to win all 4 games. So he's the top seed versus Average Joe. And we can take it over here. And this is his team. Mice of Dice, Horrible, Skaven.
Double guard. Juggernaut. Yeah, it's pretty good. They get extra gold, do they? Because he's got the thrower as well as 4 cutters, right?
He got his package was the extra skill package.
Ah, okay. Right, yeah, so it's 12, yeah.
Yeah, it was like Euro Bowl, very similar to Euro Bowl 2024. So yeah, he's got the 8 skills, which is what Skaven really liked from that. Olivier Dulac likes a mighty blow blitzer.
Yeah, he does.
And a guard, whereas K-Fog prefers the double guard. So this is like the K-Fog rat build.
Nice.
In terms of skills, but then there's a lot of what you can do, with 12 or 13 players, Apo or no Apo, 3 rerolls or 2. So he's gone for 4 rerolls and an Apo, which is
insane.
Yeah, that's good. I quite like the 4 rerolls, but of course.
No, it's good. It's hard to play against, right? And then in this best of 3 kind of thing, there is a potential for overtime, right? I think.
Yes, yeah.
In the 3rd game, so those 4 rerolls may become very important.
Yeah. So that's Arcane, and he is up against Average Joe, the Fantastic Fanboys. Great team name. Won 2, drew 2, lost none, and great player names as well. Not what he would have done, but who can say if it's right or wrong?
Pretty special.
The best part is the witch elf. The Wrestle Witch is wrong.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And bog standard elves, isn't it?
Yeah, 6 Bloodjaw Rodge, and then 12 players, 2 rerolls. Pretty standard.
Yeah, quite like that. And 1 block, 1 wrestle, so it's like the Mankiz. The Mankiz Euro Bowl build, this one is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty good teams.
How do we think that's going to fare against rats?
So it's interesting. I think Dark Elves do match up well versus rats, but the problem is they can still one-turn you. Like, you've got no one-turn defense, right? You've got no side straight, no stance firm, so they can still just one-turn you. But you can put them under a lot of pressure on their offense. But because they're Skaven, they can still just roll dice and beat you anyway. So it's not particularly good. It feels bad for the rats, but it's not particularly good for the Dark Elves.
Yeah,
I think that's honest. But then you've got strength 3 though, haven't you? So it's not that easy for them to get the ball off you.
No. But then that makes the double guard probably a bit better than the mighty blow. Maybe, I don't know. It's just I think I'll be very interested to watch this game. I think that'll be a good game. Yeah,
it'll be interesting as well because the seeding is it's just based off the 4 games, and of course it's not to say that
Yeah, it's not a complete indication of but I mean it's some of an indication, but yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, won't it, to see how much of an indication it is, and none of us really know. A lot
I think it'd be more if it was after 6 games rather than 4 games, but so
it's probably something of an indication, yeah. But then of course we had Mankiz finish 18th. We had PC not make it to the playoffs. We've had Morg didn't make it. Tree didn't make it. So we've had some good players miss out. So Hovering missed out. So it is what it is. So that's Blood Bowl, isn't it? It's anything can happen. We've got Madara versus Niaga next.
Ooh.
Oh, and this is a very exciting, wonderful Wood Elf mirror.
Wood Elf mirror.
To be fair, Wood Elf mirrors are not depressing like Dwarf mirrors and Orc mirrors and Lizard Man mirrors, right?
Lizard Man mirrors, yes.
Yeah, they're the worst. Do you remember the dwarf versus Chorves, the trench warfare chalice game? Like?
Yeah, no, I think. Oh yeah, I remember the one you're talking about. Yeah, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
That was a little bit different though, because they all had guard and stand firm, like every single player.
Yeah.
And nobody moved anywhere or powered anyone. Like, it was just.
Yeah, but normally you're not excited by dwarf mirrors or lizardman mirrors. But elf mirrors, things can happen, right? Like a 6-0 can happen if two elves play each other. So that things can happen.
Nah, that would never happen. That would never happen.
And
probably not 6-0.
Surely not. But so this is Madara has got a stand firm tree, and he's got a frenzy dancer, but he's got no sidestep at all. 3 reels and Apo. And when we look at Niaga, I'm backing Niaga to do quite well in this sea of wood elves because he has got the most one-turny team. He has got sidestep. 2 sidestep, and he's got the stand firm, so he has got the one-turn defense. Doesn't have frenzy though.
He's gone for a block lino, interestingly.
Yeah, I thought he had frenzy as well, so he doesn't have frenzy. So he's not the most, but he's got the most defense.
Yeah.
So interesting the block. Yeah, the block is interesting.
Yeah, the block is very, because I mean you got the dancers like for block, but it's rare that you normally see wrestle dodge, right?
Yeah, you normally see a couple of wrestle and the rest dodge. Yeah. So yeah, interesting there from Niaga. And I would generally favour. I think I would favour Dark Elves a little bit over Skaven, and obviously Wood Elf Mirror is coin toss basically, isn't it? But I guess Niaga has got the one turning edge with the 2 sidestep.
Yeah, I mean I definitely favour the Woodies in the Woody Mirror.
Yes.
I don't know, like I honestly, I think the Skaven, like I know you're saying Dark Elves. But I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, like ultimately, G2 plus is probably better than the 3+ and stuff. But it's close.
It's really close. Yeah, it's really close. It's not like if I think Dark Elves edge it 51-49 or something.
Yeah.
I'm not giving it
and there's
64.
so many variables and kickoff events in that are really really important.
And how they both play as well, right? Like they can, they can do the what I consider the right things, and then I think it's different. But if they play differently, I think.
But the thing is, the Skaven one-turner is a lot easier than the Dark turner, right?
Yes, that is a big edge. To be fair, that is a big edge.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's hard to ever say Skaven aren't the favourites just because the one turn is so strong.
Very strong. Yeah.
Right, so next up we've got Fez versus Doomfox.
Ooh.
And Fez did very well, 4th, and he's gone for not the exact same Skaven team. He's gone for the double guard.
It looks like the same team.
Everything else is the same, but he's got 13 players instead of the 3rd reroll. The other team had 12 players and 3 rerolls, so he has a 1 reroll less.
I don't know, like the players could be useful as well. It's hard to say, right? It's the
really
reroll
hard.
player.
It's really hard. Sol went without an Apo, and with 13 players and 3 rerolls. We saw the other Skaven team Arcane had 12, and that it's hard.
I've done that, and I think the Apo makes more sense than the Lino because the Apo is a KO on a positional, right? And that's more important than a Lino.
Yes, I mean you've got gutter runners. That's the thing, isn't it? When you have gutter runners, an Apo looks a lot better, basically.
Yeah,
because gutter runners are insane
and badly hurts as well.
Yeah. So
and the Roger, because you just need it for the one turn, right?
Yeah. You need your Roger, and gutter runners are incredible. So yeah. Oh wow, that's incredible.
You know what's going to happen is Arcane is going to end up needing players, and Fez is going to end up needing rerolls. It's just the way Blood Bowl works. No matter how you build your team, it's the one thing that you leave out is the one that bites you in the bum.
Literally every time. Yep. So there's Fez's team, and he's up against Doomfox. Who's, oh my god, it's Skaven. It's a Skaven mirror. So it's a rematch and it's a mirror.
And it's an actual mirror as well, because this... Oh no, he's got Mighty Blow.
Mighty Blow, yeah.
Which I actually think is probably better in this head-to-head.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting. I think one of those is the best. Like,
well,
you know,
the thing is as well, it's like that now Fez looks good for having the extra player, because he's going to be getting hit with Mighty Blow, right?
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Yeah, interesting. It's interesting. It is very interesting. I like Sol, like, you know, went with the strip ball and wrestle
stacks,
and he went with a tackle blitzer. I think the best roster is, you know, some variation of this, the extra skill. The others, you know, the juggernaut, the block, the wrestle, the strip, the
non-negotiables.
Yeah, I think all those are on there. And then I think at least one guard. And it's either second guard or Mighty Blow. And I don't, you know, I've got no idea what's right between 12 or 13 players and an Apo and no Apo and 2 or 3 rerolls. You know, it's anybody's guess, and probably nobody knows. Like, well, definitely nobody knows.
Yeah, and it all like depends on like overtime as well. Like, because overtime, like the thing is, what's so weird about the overtime is it's not even like you play one game and it goes to overtime. Like you've got to be in the position to get to the third game, and then for that game to get to overtime, for it to pay off to have the extra rerolls, right? So it's like,
and then even then the extra players might be better in overtime anyway. So
yeah. So yeah,
you've almost got to write off overtime, I think, because the fact that you've got to do well in the Swiss that doesn't have overtime, and then you know 2 out of 3 of the playoff games don't have overtime. So I think it's safe to say that you could just, like, you can have it in the back of your mind, but it should not be at the forefront of your mind.
Yes.
So anyway, so there's Fez versus Doomfox. That's anybody's guess who's going to win that. I guess we've got to back couch Fez, haven't we?
Yes.
Though I do think maybe the Mighty Blow's a little bit better.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's safe to say that Skaven are going to come out on top on that one.
Yeah, Skaven. I'm going to pick Skaven to win that one,
Yeah.
And then we've got Mentos versus Pirate Bear. Okay, well, Mentos is Wood Elves. And this is it. He's got a tackler.
Yeah.
Stripper, loads of dodge, light on the wrestle, and a reroll, a leader for 3 rerolls. No Apo, 12 players. Interesting.
It is. I like the tackle and the wrestle dances personally, but I don't play a ton of woodies. And yeah, I mean, like, this was more like monitor style, wasn't it, with all the dodge? Was it monitor who took all dodge? Like,
yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, and it looked alright, to be honest. It looked alright.
Yeah.
They're harder to hit. They're more mobile, but you are missing out on blocking skills like wrestle and stuff. So
yeah,
there's pros and cons.
Yeah, it's really nice. Like, you know, you saw it in that game. Like, I did like a 1D with wrestle right that just needed 2+, and that, I mean, as it was, it was an idiotic 1D because it was completely wrong. But it's really good when you just have to do a 1D with wrestle that, like, you know, works 50%. It's really good.
You say the 1D with wrestle, which is a 1 in 6, and then if you've got dodge, you can just dodge out on a 3-2, and then like you've got the dodge reroll. And like,
no, but like the wrestler, you can open holes, right? Like you can open a hole in a 4+. Like, it's really good. Like, you need to break through, and you can just just wrestle 1D. It's such a powerful tool on a breakthrough, and of course, you know, maybe sacking and just like get it defensively. You know, like, people don't want to hit it, and then if they do, and they knock their own player down, and you know, like it's. I think it's really is.
But then you have got the added advantage with the dodge spam that you're not using rerolls on dodging as much as you would do without it, right?
I mean, dodge is great. Yeah, dodge is great. I've got no complaints about dodge. I just really like a wrestle or two to have it.
Yeah. I love wrestle. Wrestle's one of my favourite skills in the game among stand firm and fend, Jimmy.
Hey, there you go. And he's up against Pirate Bear, who has undead. So I do favour Wood Elves in this matchup, and it is guard mummies, which are a bit worse versus woodies. He's got a tackler, other guard, block, couple of wrestle, so only 1 block and 2 wrestle. No sure hands, 13 players. He could be in a bit of a pickle.
Undead get an extra skill, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
think he can win. Like, it's gonna be hard. Like, all games are hard, really.
Yes.
At a point, but like there's definitely win conditions, and obviously the one is banging out woodies, but
yeah, that's the primary one. He's going to
and
really have to bang them.
now the tackle looks really good, right? So because of the dodge, right? So
yeah,
like if he doesn't have that tackle, he's got a 0 tackle and he's punching 8 or 9 dodge players, like, and it's horrible, right? But at least he's got something. But yeah, like the mummies are gonna struggle against all those dodges as well to like even power them. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. But yeah, undead can get the bang out sometimes.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
And right, next up. So
I think
that's
undead
that half
are like
the draw. Sorry,
yeah. I was just saying, I think undead are like one of the bash teams that are set up to beat elves. Like I think that's why undead are so good, because their matchups, like, they're manageable. They're not always like good or like better, but they're manageable like most matchups.
Yeah, they've got a bit more speed, haven't they? And then they've got a more reliable high roll. Like orcs just don't have like that amount of mighty blow and stuff. Now, of course, you can just dodge away from the mummies is the problem, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And they're really slow.
Yeah, they're so slow. Yeah. So different halves anyway, right? So now we've got that's that half of the bracket done. Other half of the bracket, we've got Beltronico versus Triple Skull. So this is also Wood Elves versus Undead. I can tell you, this is Beltronico's Woodies. It's good, isn't it? There's so many different Woody builds. Funny that
yeah, it's so popular, and yet it's still not like decided. Or he's gone up for a block as well. Is this another? Where's Niagara from? Swedish.
Yeah, I don't know where
Beltronico's from. Is it a Swedish thing?
Maybe, yeah. Wrestling block. This is more normal, right? The 2 dodge, the 2 block. The 2 dodge, the 2 dodge, 2 wrestle, and then the 2 on the positionals is like the normal build, if you like, isn't it? So this is a more traditional Wood Elf build. 3 rerolls, apple, tree, everything. This is about, except he's gone for the sidestep because tackle isn't as good when zones don't exist, basically.
Yeah.
I am here.
Oh, hello, Elliot. And then,
is Elliot here? Is he?
He said, "I am here," so he must be.
Ah.
And he's up against Triple Skull, who I think he also has the guard on the mummies. We'll find out when it loads. Yep, he also has the guard on mummies.
And he has the tackle.
But he does have his sure hands, which will help him versus the stripper.
Unless he rolls them both down.
Yes. And a block and wrestle. And a skeleton. One of his 12 players is a skeleton. Only 12 players.
Yeah, is he got a keg? Are you allowed to induce kegs?
Maybe.
I think he must have like a keg or something.
Yeah, he's got a keg, yeah.
I like the keg, because like honestly, mummies are just better than zombies.
Yes, yeah. Interesting.
I always took the keg like when I played at UKTC.
Clever dim.
There
we go.
And it did absolutely nothing. Kept rolling 2s.
That's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, to be fair, like, it's hard to track like how many times, like, but you feel so much better making KO rolls when you got a keg.
Yeah.
And like the thing is it's going to be a much more important player. Like, you fail a KO roll on a mummy, like that can change your game, right? Whereas like a zombie coming on for the mummy is not going to change the game. So that's my logic behind it.
Yeah, great point by Couchfest. He loves naked mummies, and I mean, you've always loved naked mummies, haven't you, Dimmy?
Yeah, probably a bit too much, actually.
Yeah. Right, and then we've got the next one. This is an interesting one for names. We've got 2 World Cup, World Cup round of 16ers. I want to say, maybe not round of 32 at least. J-League versus Surveillance.
That's easy for you to say, Jim.
Shut up, Dimmy. J-League with Woodies. He took his stupid All World Alliance to the 3rd game with Olivier Delac, and then thought, let's not be daft. I'll just go Woodies next time.
Yeah, and wasn't Olivier Woodies when he played against his Old World Alliance?
Yes.
So yeah, he's obviously seen the power of a team and thought, yeah, I want some of that.
I want some of that, yeah. 12 players, no Apo, so his dancers are, in danger more than normal.
Frenzy as well, we got a dirty fun haver.
Yeah, Frenzy, no sidestep, guard
and
catcher.
a guard catcher.
Yeah.
Oh, he's stacked. No, he hasn't stacked. What am I on about? He's got 4 naked. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's got guard. He's taken the double, and so it's like quite a lot of skills, right? He's
3 wrestle.
Got 8 skills.
I think this is the harder team to pilot, but like there's probably a few more options that you get out of the back end of it.
There you go. Dimmy, an expert on naked mummies and back ends. Yep. I'm not sure I like the no tree and only 3 rerolls, but it's fine, right? The thing is, though, we've got how many, God knows how many Wood Elf teams in this, and like they're all completely viable. It's not obvious. Same with the Skaven, right? There's all these Skaven teams in it, and like which Skaven team is the best? Not this one. He's got Wrestle on a line, right? Instead of a gutter. Oh, hello, surveillance. Yeah, that's weird. Normally people go the Wrestle gutter, right? So now he's got an unprotected gutter and a Wrestle lineman. Interesting. And he's gone the double guard.
I think like a lot of the fact is Woodies are just a very good team without skills, and they only need minimal.
Yes.
Like, really good. Like so it's and like there's a few different skills that improve the team, and like you just take variables of those skills and you'll be fine.
Yeah. With the rats, it's like they're probably 7 or 8 skills. It's all pretty much the same. It's just how you wiggle around with the rerolls and the Apo and the reserves, isn't it? Whereas elves, yeah, as long as you've got a strip ball dancer, you can take pretty much anything else.
Pretty much, yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah. So yeah, interesting. So yeah, that should be a good game anyway, though. Wood Elves versus Rats. Like the problem is you can just get banged out, right? Is the Wood Elves, and then the Skaven have got 4 Super Elves as well. So like
one turn,
yeah, it can be pretty tricky. But then you've got War Dancers, so that's pretty good for the Wood Elves as well. And then next up, look at these 2 fantastic players. We've got Jimmy Fantastic versus Shirts in a Wood Elf mirror. And what do you think about this coach and team, Dimmy?
11 players, 3 rerolls. Yeah. You go on sidestep with the ship ball, yeah. I mean it's pretty good. Got a lot of dodge on there.
Yeah, I think this is the absolute classic cookie cutter, basic Wood Elf team.
11 players is scary, but you're always giving up something, right?
Yeah, you've got to train an Apo, and then it would be a tackle normally. This would be a tackle if it was the most cookie cutter build, but again, without Zons, the tackle's much less necessary. So I think the sidestep to help with 1-turners and just doing things right. It's good in game anyway, right? Sidestep is good. You can hold sidelines and stuff. You can do things with it. It's not just the 1-turn. So yeah.
Well, it's the 1-turn both ways as well, and it makes them easier to score and easier to defend.
Exactly. Yeah. Very nice.
Thing is you want your 1-turn defense to be turn 16, right?
Yes. And look at this. This is what I'm up against, Timmy. A tree 3 sidesteppers and a mighty blow dancers who just bang me out. He just randomly bang me out.
Oh, so he took the double on the mighty blow. I mean, I quite like that, but yeah.
He hasn't got an Apo. He's got 11 players. He hasn't got an Apo. So that's what he's given up.
Oh, because you got extra gold for not taking a double or something?
Yes, yeah. I gave up a skill to get more gold, and he gave up gold to get an extra skill. So we both. Oh no, he didn't. No, he didn't give 11. Up. He just got an extra skill. He didn't give up. He didn't have to give up anything, did he? He just got the extra skill.
Oh, he got the extra skill, right?
Yeah. Yes, but that meant that he couldn't afford the Apo. So. Yeah,
if that mighty blow pops off, you're gonna struggle. Yeah.
Yeah. Very annoying. Very annoying. The high roll is there, but hopefully I won't take 4 Kaz instantly.
I've seen your games, Jim.
Yeah, and hopefully if I do take 4 Kaz, he'll cast 3 of his own guys anyway.
Yeah.
And then the last game is IDPTG, who, funnily enough, was close to going out. Right, he was playing Mankiz in the final round,
result.
and then
Incredible result against Mankiz.
Yeah, he scored an unbelievable one-turner. And I don't know how close it was, but he could have gone out, right? If he'd lost the last game, he'd have been out. One of them, they could have drawn actually and both gone through. But Mankiz lost, went out. IDPTG won and finished second in the seeding in the Swiss portion of the event. He's got a tackle. This is actually the cookie cutter build. The cookie cutter build. Easy for me to say. This is the cookie cutter build for Wood Elves. Mine is nearly it. This is it. Strip ball, tackle, 2 wrestle, 2 dodge, 3 rerolls apple. This is the most standard, absolutely the most typical standard Wood Elf build there is. So there you go.
I mean, something gives me the impression that he does play this game.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's definitely lying about saying he doesn't play this game. And he is up against the champion of our hearts, Ketabix.
Oh my god, yeah.
With the Seabros build.
Yeah, Dark Elves.
Yeah. Oh, no. Not Seabros. Seabros has 1 block Witch Elf, I think. 1 block, 1 wrestle. So he's gone 2 wrestle. Dark Elves.
He snuck in through the back door for this one, didn't he? Qualifying late.
Yeah, 2 wins, 2 draws. He had to have other results go his way, basically. If Mankiz and ITPG drew, I think Keat might have been... No, Average Joe was 16th, wasn't he? So Average Joe really sneaked through. There was a chance that Keat missed out, but he got in 15th. And, having the Assassin is quite good against all these Wood Elves.
Yeah, I was going to say the Assassin could be a lot of fun. It
could also fail, but it's the best way to do it. Dances, probably, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 rerolls.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so he's not looking too shabby for Keat there, but I still do favour Wood Elves, honestly, just because they got the 1 turn. I think the 1 turn is so impactful that all the teams with 1 turns, I kind of favour versus teams that don't have 1 turns.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. And because it's over 3 games as well, right? So you get multiple chances at the 1 turn. So it's in a 1 game, if they fail the 1 turn, then you're good. You just take it to overtime, you bang them out, and then you win. You're undead. But over 3 games, they're going to get these turns, and they're going to steal results off you.
Yeah. So there you go. That's all the teams, all the first round matchups. The games are all going to be Vituk style, best of 3, as we alluded to, but didn't actually state. You play 16 turns, 2 games, both 16 turns. If they're both draws, you play a 3rd game. If somebody wins and draws or wins 2, they win. And if both sides win 1 each, then you play a 3rd game. So it's going to be very exciting and very much 2 weeks to play the 3 games. So that's good, isn't it? It's good schedule.
Yeah, nice bit of time, and that's a lot of games as well, right? So we got 4, so 12, 16 on each side, right? Potentially, and then it could be even more. I don't know.
I don't know. There's 8 games. There's 8 matchups. So there's at least 16 games. 16 to 24 games.
It could be as many as 24 games in 2 weeks. So 12 games a week, maybe.
Yeah, very nice.
At least 6.
Yeah, so there you go. That is very cool. And then then there'll be the quarters over 2 weeks, semis over 2 weeks, and final over 2 weeks. And very exciting. Thank you very much.
And then the winner's getting a ticket for the cup.
Yes, yeah. You can see their supported competition at the bottom. The winner does get a play-in ticket for the World Championship.
Play-in ticket, so not even a direct ticket. Wow.
No.
This is the hard way, right?
This is a pretty hard one, loads of games.
Yeah, pretty hard.
Well, I say loads of games, it's not loads of games compared to playing ladder, right? Playing 70 games on ladder and then getting to the semi-final. So in the grand scheme of things, it could be a lot of games. You know, they could just be 2 games, right? It could be 8. It could be 12 games potentially. It could be as little as 12 games. So, but yeah, tough competition. You know, loads of good players. Loads of good players missed out in the top 16. Loads of good players in the top 16. So, it should be very exciting.
And more importantly, from a selfish point of view, it's my kind of Blood Bowl.
Yes,
like that style, like equal teams going at it. I love it.
Yeah, I think there is the potential for a better format than NAF style.
Oh yeah. No,
Online.
100%. I'm not saying that, like, but like for me, I'd watch this. I wouldn't sit there and watch someone grind 70 games a ladder, right? You know, and look, this is so good. So it's gonna be fun. I want to see how the rats do. Honestly, I'm quite excited to watch the rats in there.
Yeah, very exciting. So there you go. Yeah. Thank you for joining me, Dimmy G. What an absolute legend.
Thank you, Jimmy. You stay fantastic.
Thanks. Yep. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and stay fantastic.